A 28 millimeter RPG. Right here. My +1 Toque of Knowledge. Abe. Abe from Talking About Games did a video, which was pretty cool. I prompted him on his ideas and making monsters scary. So in making horror work, let's so what scares me, like whatever would scare me wouldn't necessarily scare you, okay? And vice versa. Some people are scared of spiders, some people are scared of mice, snakes, that sort of thing. And the thing is, it kind of feels like when you're a game master, if you're trying to scare somebody and you show them a picture or something and they're like looking at you like, okay, it's some sort of big furry beast thing, oh, I'm terrified. You want to not have that kind of a situation. So what I always suggest is don't show the monster. Use your ability as a game master to describe something. And if you want to practice this, grab a picture of something. Grab a picture of some sort of monster, say in a book. Grab a book. We're gonna grab Forsaken here. And we are going to open up a page with a monster in it. There we go. Oh, there we go. A manticore. So the thing is, when describing things in a horror sense, you usually want it to be kind of a little bit more. The monster is not openly seen right away. You get hints of what it does throughout the entire game. For example, you could describe that there's a victim in the middle of a area of rocks. It's kind of like an outdoor setting. So we're going to have the manticore being encountered in that sort of a kind of an area. So you could describe the wounds on this poor victim, as like a tear being shunted into its chest, and there's a gash of kind of weird ooze that comes out of it when you appear to look at it and inspect it. That sort of thing can kind of make people think, oh, what could have done this? The thing is, what's going on upstairs is their brains are working on things that are like suddenly bringing on these ideas bringing up ideas of things that scare them, not you, but things that scare them. So they feed their own fear by thinking, "Ooh, this is strange," And then you can describe that there's some spines and stuff stuck out of one of the victim's hands, and they pluck it out, and it's just like some sort of a spiky sort of quill-like thing, and they're like, what the heck? And then they'll start kind of trying to fill in the blanks, and filling in the blanks is what's going to make that monster. they're thinking, okay, it's got some sort of some way it's digging something into the victim and secreting some sort of maybe a poison or a venom or something. Maybe it's tooth or something. They're like thinking of all kinds of different ways to kind of fill in those gaps, those missing pieces. And that's what makes the horror start to build. So never reveal the monster in the beginning. Kind of make hints of certain things. Because you can describe a spider if you wanted to without showing a picture, but you could describe it in different ways, like it's got spindly legs and it's got a bulbous, arcing back to it, and it's got mandibles that kind of flex inwards, and it's got the little spindly spittle of venom coming off the fangs. And even though I'm not describing color or anything like that, your brain is filling in the most horrible thing that you could ever possibly imagine in a spider. Even if you are not scared of spiders, you're still kind of getting, your brain is doing that. Your lizard brain is starting to think up all these weird kind of things. So it's a natural response to kind of imagine things and work a picture of what things are as they're being described to you. So yeah, don't show a picture. Let the player's imagination fill in all those blanks. Practice, describing stuff, like pull up a picture and try to vocally describe it, but describe it in with not filling in, like, you can miss out colors unless the color is something really something that you want to convey in that. There's all kinds of different ways that you can make something even kind of meh when you see a picture of it. Like even like the picture of the merfolk or whatever. You can build a horror theme around that. You can have that lizardly, fishy kind of scaly hand crawling, coming through the door and grabbing through, and then it disappears. They didn't see the rest of the creature, which looks like a man baby, the man baby kind of looking thing here. But isn't that funny? After they they're like, their brains are filling in all the rest of what this creature could look like with that green scaly hand, and they're like, we were scared of a baby man with a fishtail. Yeah, you were. I let your brain fill in all the rest of the blanks on what this thing was. So sometimes just leaving the picture out and just going with a good kind of description will really work. And let your players fill in those gaps. Describe movements of the creature, noises it makes, stuff like that. Some of the, like, to me, kind of the most, like, if I ever have like a really bad dream about somebody, it's about something really weird. And I mean, like, really weird. And it gets me in such a subtle way. Like, for instance, I had a dream where it was I was just, no context. It was outside. There was a guy with a excavator, and he was like one of those mini excavators, and he was clawing at the ground, and there was somebody buried into the ground. They were taking chunks out of them, and then they were pulling off their body parts and stuff. And then suddenly he looked at me and started to come at me with the excavator. And I was just like, nope, big nope. It triggered some sort of thing. I woke up from the dream. I was like, holy crap. And, when you, um, it's weird things that may disturb me where it might not be even disturb you. Another disturbing one for me was when in the movie Hannibal, where Hannibal was feeding Paul Krendler his own brain, played by Ray Liotta, and that was a real creepy kind of thing to me. So that was a kind of a weird kind of horror feel vibe that I got off of it, where it was like, ooh, that is just, man, that's just a nope for me. I can handle spiders on my hands, and I can pick them up and stuff like that. It's no problem. My wife freaks out about, like, just, she gets me to take care of the spiders whenever they're around. But mice, meh. Snakes, eh. She can't handle any of those either. So, but to me, they're not scary at all. They're just critters, But to some people, it just brings out these weird kind of fears. Same as, some things that scare me or give me the heebie-jeebies might not give you the heebie-jeebies. So, like I say, everybody's different. So you have to play upon kind of the common denominator of what makes horror successful. And that is be subtle, be creepy. Don't show the creature off in one go. You want to, I got some chili on my fingers here. I was just eating some chili. Yum, yum. And yeah, that's basically all I'm going to say about this. I'm kind of gone on enough about it. So in a good 13 minutes, that should be enough to give you an idea of how to make monsters creepy. Now, you can take ghouls or, gnolls are also something that you could really create a real nasty, nightmarish thing with. Them trying to break down the doors and in a shack while you're trying to hold the defenses of it, and they're like breaking through the windows and doors, and you see they're kind of like their claw like dog like appendages coming through and trying to grab at you with the kind of their kind of nubby kind of claws, and you could describe the smell of them and stuff like that, and or the sounds they make, because they're kind of hyena monsters as well. And you could do a lot with those kinds of things. So yeah, don't be scared to go ahead and take your list of monsters and then think of different ways and try to verbally describe each one of them, and then use that for your game, and try that. Don't show a picture. That's all I can give you. And thanks to Abe from Talking About Games for bringing me up. I appreciate it. I always enjoy his videos, and I enjoy giving him prompts to, for his own takes, so I can hear what he has to say about stuff. So it's cool that we have this back and forth sort of thing going on. Anyways, that's all I have to say, and that's my take on how I would represent horror with monsters and creatures in games. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I could give you an example of like a previous game I had, one that we streamed, one where the creature was in the space station, and instead of showing the picture did kind of creep out one of our members, but it wasn't all that weirdly scary. It would have been much more if I would have theater of the mind the whole thing for him, and have a description of the eyeball kind of slime monster, with the tentacles veering out and grabbing things in front and bringing itself closer and closer to, that would start getting things happening in their brains a little bit more, instead of looking at a picture and going, oh, it's a big eyeball monster. Right? It creates an image in their head, which is not exactly what you have in your head, which is okay, because what scares them is different than what scares you. So just go with it. All right, take care, guys. Thanks for viewing my video. And if you can, please do subscribe. Subscribe, I tell you. Just do it. Just hit that button. Hit it. Hit it, I tell you. Just do it.